I made this the first day I took the Cricut out of the box. Let me show you how simple it is. Hiya, welcome back to my channel. It's Wendy here from Toonpish Crafts and I hope you're doing okay. Today I'm doing an unboxing of my new Cricut Maker. Now I had no clue about Cricut, so I thought they were called Cricuts for a start, until Claire put me in the right directions. It's Claire from Claire's Crafty Corner. She pointed me in the right direction of how to say it and what it does. Now I decided in the January sales that I would get this. So I went onto the YouTube, like you do, and I found Jennifer Maker. Now I've binged watched Jennifer Maker's tutorials and she is amazing. If you've never heard of Jennifer Maker and you need to find out how to use a Cricut, go and see Jennifer Maker. She is amazing. I'm going to do the unboxing. I'm also going to do a first make as well, so you can see how I do it. I've put the screen recording alongside how the machine works, so hopefully you'll be able to follow it easy enough. Yeah, let's have a look. So in the large box was two different boxes. One contains the maker, the other one contains bits and pieces that came with the package that I purchased. And the Cricut Maker is quite heavy. I didn't realise how heavy and big it was going to be. I struggled to pick it up there. My husband actually helped me put it on the worktop. I'm just opening the box and showing you there's a small box inside, and that contains the paperwork, some free samples paper and a cutting blade. And there's the Cricut. Yeah, I gave up trying to lift that. So once my husband put it on the surface, I'm showing you the two cutting boards that came with it. And these are the plugs. It does come with a European style plug that you have to swap out for an English plug. That confused me a little bit. But once I thought about it, it made complete sense. So I don't know what I was dithering for. Unveiling it, and it's all plastic wrapped. So very carefully I cut the plastic off, making sure I didn't scratch it because I didn't want to scratch my new maker. And now I've got to hook it up to the power socket is at the back. And next to it is the computer connection. That is a USB port. It is not where you connect it to the computer. That will charge your phone if you need it to, or charge batteries or charge anything. Now this is the white box that came in the other box. This is extra pieces that came with the package that I purchased from Hobbycraft. And those tools are going to be very handy indeed. But as for some of the other stuff, I've no idea what it is. Obviously, I understand the principle. No, I don't know what they are. I kept looking at them thinking they're heavy. Infusible ink. Sounds like fun. I think that's iron-on glitter. And that's heat-resistant tape. And some pens, infusible pens. We've got some vinyl. And they're different colour browns. And then the transfer tape. And also some more pens. Now this is what was in the little box that was on top of the machine. And it's a handy 4-step guide to setting it up. And the 4 steps are: unleash this beauty, get connected, make a little something, and bookmark this page. All the other cards are in different languages for Europe. We've got the Cricut warranty, a couple of pieces of cardstock to practice with. Did actually think there'd be more than 2, but 2's okay. Got the rotary blade, I believe it is. I'm going to have fun trying all this stuff out. And you've also got the rotary blade. I believe that's the cap, safety cap for keeping it. Got another pen for the Cricut itself. And the internet cable. And this is me opening it for the first time. Don't you love that action? That is so cool. Obviously got to take out the spacer because we can't do anything with that in there. And inside the lid, or inside the front, you have a tray to keep things. And there's a magnetic place for your blades. So now I've got the power on. This is what it does when it's first turned on. Basically it's testing to see if everything's working okay. So this is my computer screen. It's a recording of the computer screen and the Cricut Design Space program. Now I have actually done one test already, but I tried recording it on the computer and it didn't work. So this is my second test, but I'm just showing you the program. It's set up for a maker. It says Cricut Maker. And my projects, there's nothing there because I haven't done anything yet. Going over to the hamburger menu, back to the home. And we don't need that, we accept that, that's fine. Just showing you the beginner part where there's lots of projects on the Design Space program for you to choose easy products. There's plenty there. So going back to the hamburger menu, and we're going to choose new product setup. And I'm going to go to the smart cutting machine and choose the Cricut Maker, which is the one I'm using. And following the instructions, I've already powered up and connected the computer to the machine. It's updating. Everything's okay. And you just follow the step by step. It's happy. It says so. Now you choose a cut that you want to try with, and this time I'm going to choose the flower. I've already put my paper on the sticky mat and I'm going to show you checking the blade. So once I'm happy the blade is okay, I go back and follow more instructions on the screen, preparing to cut, put the paper in the front, gently push and press the flashing light to take the paper in. The computer is saying press the cut button, and the cut is now in progress. I did think to myself at this point, what's it doing? It's not doing anything, but it has got to communicate with the computer and vice versa. So as soon as it's downloaded what it has to do, then it will do it. Now I've left this bit in real time so that you can see how long it takes to cut this flower out. It doesn't take that long, and feel free to fast forward if you don't want to watch it. But it is interesting to know the time scale of things. Apparently it cuts in the most efficient manner, therefore it's not the way we would cut something out. It's bits and pieces all over the place, but it is the most efficient manner for the machine. This actually took a grand total of 1 minute 31 seconds to cut. It's not long, is it? It's quite quick, but when you're sitting waiting for it, it can seem like eternity. So once it's finished cutting, the computer says test cut complete, and the flashing light tells you to discharge the cutting board. And there we have one cut flower. The Design Space program now tells you to remove the flower or the cut from the board. And to do this, the best way is to turn it upside down and bend the board away from the paper. That way the paper doesn't bend, but the board does, and the board will go back into shape and the paper is perfectly flat.
Now as you can see, the flower is left on the board, and that's the bit we cut. Now there's something called weeding, which means you have to take out the little pieces in the petals. But this is when I realise I'm doing it wrong. Actually, you don't have to do that, do you? You do not have to do that. If you turn it back upside down and take off the cutout like you did the surrounding paper, then just the petals are left on the board and you can scrape them off with the scraper. And don't forget to put back the plastic cover onto your cutting board. It will protect it, look after it. Now if you can see, there's a sticker on the top of that one, so I know which way is front. So I'm going to do myself a little quick project, and I've clicked on the project button and I'm going to images. And in the images there are plenty of things for you to download. Some are paid for, some are free. And I've just randomly chose what I consider to be very sweet saying. Be amazing today. I think that would inspire me every day to see that, don't you think? I've downloaded it, I've put it into the design space, and I'm adjusting the size because it is quite a huge size. And in the top right hand corner, I'm going to press make it. So I'm happy with the size, I'm going to press continue. I'm using vinyl with this, so that's the material I'm going to select. I'm also going to change the default to more. It's always a good idea to have more pressure when you're cutting anything. As you've already seen the real-time speed of cutting, I thought it best to speed all this up so that it doesn't wear you out. Now when you cut vinyl, it's a little bit different to paper because it has a sticky back. I'm going to remove it from the board and place it on a counter and cover it with transfer paper. That will enable me to take it off the backing and to place it where I want to put it. And apparently if you bend it like a taco, it gets rid of most of the air before you put it down, and you can place it where you want it as well. The scraper will help it stick to the transfer paper, and then you remove the backing. It's then ready to go on the surface you want to put it on. And I'm going to put it directly next to my keyboard in front of the computer to remind me every day to do my best, to be as good as I can be. Amazing maybe, sometimes. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's given you some insight into the Cricut. I certainly didn't have a clue until I started watching Jennifer Maker. Don't forget to check out her channel. She is amazing. Claire as well. Have a great week, and I'll see you again next week. Bye for now.